Ever wondered how to attract more hedgehogs to your garden? You're in the right place. Hedgehogs are beneficial to our gardens and need our help to thrive. Today, we'll dive into 10 practical ways you can make your garden a true haven for these spiky friends. But we want to hear from you too. If you have additional tips or experiences with hedgehogs, please share them in the comments below. Let's learn together and help our local hedgehog populations. Offer food. One of the most effective ways to attract hedgehogs to your garden is by offering food. Hedgehogs are primarily insectivores, which means their natural diet consists of a variety of insects: worms, caterpillars, slugs, and beetles. By creating an environment that encourages the presence of these bugs, you'll naturally attract hedgehogs. This could involve having a compost heap, growing native plants, and avoiding the use of pesticides. However, in addition to promoting a bug-friendly garden, you can also supplement their diet by leaving out specially prepared hedgehog food, which can be purchased from pet stores or online. Alternatively, meat-based cat or dog food, wet or dry, can be an acceptable substitute. Avoid any food that is fish-based as it can upset their stomachs. Also, avoid leaving out milk and bread. While these were traditionally offered to hedgehogs, they are actually harmful to them. Milk can cause severe digestive upset, and bread offers little nutritional value. Offering food not only encourages hedgehogs to visit your garden, but it can also be a vital lifeline for them, especially in periods when their natural food sources might be scarce. Always leave food in a quiet, safe spot in your garden, and try to put it out at dusk when hedgehogs start to become active. Provide water. Water is a fundamental necessity for all living creatures, and hedgehogs are no exception. Particularly during the warmer months and in times of drought, a reliable source of water can be a lifesaver for these small creatures. Dehydration can be a serious risk for hedgehogs, especially given that their nocturnal lifestyle means they are active during the cooler, drier parts of the day. To help hedgehogs in your garden, provide a shallow dish of fresh water. It's important to use a shallow dish to ensure that small hedgehogs can access the water without the risk of falling in and drowning. Make sure to refresh the water daily, as hedgehogs prefer clean water. This also prevents the growth of harmful bacteria or algae. In addition to offering a hydration source, water dishes can also attract the insects that hedgehogs love to eat, making your garden even more appealing to them. Avoid providing milk, as hedgehogs are lactose intolerant and it can cause them serious harm. Just like with food, place the water in a quiet, safe part of your garden where hedgehogs will not be disturbed while drinking. Making a small effort to provide a water source in your garden can make a substantial difference in supporting the local hedgehog population, helping them to thrive even during hot or dry periods. Create shelter. Hedgehogs are solitary creatures that require their own space. Providing suitable shelter options in your garden can significantly increase its appeal to hedgehogs. They require shelter for various purposes, including resting during the day, hibernating during the winter, and breeding during the spring. You can create a shelter in a quiet corner of your garden by making a pile of logs or leaves, or by using an old upside-down wooden box with an entrance hole cut into it. Make sure the shelter is well hidden and protected from the elements, and that the entrance is small enough to deter potential predators like foxes and dogs. Alternatively, you can purchase a specially designed hedgehog house from a pet store or online. These houses are generally made from wood, have a waterproof roof, an insulated interior, and a small entrance tunnel for added protection against predators. Whichever option you choose, place the shelter in a quiet part of the garden, away from human activity, and in a spot that doesn't get too much sun, to avoid overheating in the warmer months. Fill the shelter with leaves or straw to provide bedding material for the hedgehogs. Avoid using man-made materials, as hedgehogs can get tangled up in them, leading to injuries. Remember, it's important not to disturb the shelter, especially during the hibernation period, usually November to mid-March in the Northern Hemisphere, as hedgehogs can abandon their nests if they're disturbed. Creating a safe and inviting shelter can make your garden a haven for hedgehogs, providing them with the safety they need to rest, breed, and hibernate. Let your garden grow wild. In the quest for perfectly manicured lawns and neatly pruned shrubs, we often forget that nature thrives in a bit of chaos. Hedgehogs, in particular, benefit from a more wild environment. A part of your garden left to grow naturally can become a paradise for these creatures. A wild garden section provides a rich ecosystem for the insects, worms, and slugs that form the primary diet of hedgehogs. The dense vegetation also offers excellent cover for hedgehogs to hide from predators, rest during the day, and forage during the night. This doesn't mean that your entire garden needs to be untamed. A small area with native plants, tall grasses, and a variety of shrubs can be enough. Letting fallen leaves remain can also be beneficial as they attract insects and provide material for hedgehogs to build nests. Creating a wild corner in your garden is not just beneficial for hedgehogs, but also for a variety of other wildlife. It can become a small sanctuary within your property, fostering biodiversity and offering you a chance to witness nature up close. Just remember to keep a careful balance and not let potentially harmful plants or weeds take over. Avoid using pesticides. While it can be tempting to use pesticides to keep your garden looking its best, these chemicals can have a detrimental impact on the wildlife that visits your garden, especially hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are insectivores, which means they feed on a variety of insects, spiders, worms, and other invertebrates. When you use pesticides, you are not only reducing their food source, but also risking poisoning them. Pesticides can accumulate in the bodies of small insects, which are then consumed by hedgehogs. This bioaccumulation can lead to hedgehogs suffering from pesticide poisoning, which can cause serious health issues and even death. Instead of using chemical pesticides, consider using organic and natural methods for pest control. These can include encouraging other natural predators, such as birds and ladybugs, or using plant-based insecticides. Another alternative is to grow plants that naturally repel pests. For example, marigolds are known to deter a variety of insects and can be an attractive addition to your garden. By avoiding the use of pesticides, you can create a healthier and safer environment for hedgehogs, protect their food sources, and play your part in reducing the harmful effects of these chemicals on the wider environment. Leave some leaves. Fallen leaves might seem like garden waste to be collected and disposed of, but they are a valuable resource for hedgehogs. These creatures love to forage in piles of leaves for insects, slugs, and worms, making it an ideal natural feeding ground. Leaves provide perfect nesting material for hedgehogs. They often gather up leaves to create warm and snug nests for rest and hibernation. A pile of leaves in a quiet corner of your garden could become a cozy home for a visiting hedgehog. If you do tidy up your garden, be careful with leaf piles. Check thoroughly for hedgehogs before using rakes or leaf blowers. During the autumn, when hedgehogs are preparing for hibernation, being disturbed can be particularly detrimental. Provide safe pathways. Hedgehogs are known to be wanderers, often traveling up to a mile each night in search of food and mates. Providing safe and easy access to and from your garden can make it an attractive stopover on their nightly journey. Start by ensuring there are gaps in your fences or gates that are big enough for a hedgehog to pass through, but small enough to deter larger potential predators. Ideally, the gaps should be about 5 inches square. If you have walls or very solid fences, you might need to create a hedgehog hole. Also, try to minimize potential hazards that might injure a visiting hedgehog. These could include open drains, steep drops, or garden netting, in which they can become entangled. Avoid using slug pellets, pesticides, or other harmful substances in your garden, as these can harm hedgehogs. And always check before you use any garden machinery, like lawnmowers or strimmers, to ensure no hedgehogs are hiding in long grass. By creating a safe and accessible garden, you can help support the local hedgehog population, allowing these charming creatures to thrive in their urban environments. Create a compost heap. Composting not only reduces your household waste and enriches your garden soil, but it also creates a perfect feeding and nesting spot for hedgehogs. The decomposition process in a compost heap attracts a variety of insects, worms, and other invertebrates, providing a rich feeding ground for hedgehogs. Compost heaps also generate heat as organic material breaks down, making them a warm and cozy spot for hedgehogs to nest or hibernate. Just be sure to use a compost bin with an accessible entrance for hedgehogs or create a pile that they can easily climb. However, remember to be cautious when turning your compost heap with a fork or spade, as a hedgehog may be hidden inside. Always check carefully before disturbing your compost to avoid accidentally harming a resident hedgehog. By creating a compost heap, you're not just making your garden more sustainable and eco-friendly, but you're also providing a valuable resource for hedgehogs and other wildlife, contributing to local biodiversity in a significant way. It's a win-win situation for you, your garden, and your spiky visitors. plant fruit-bearing plants. While hedgehogs are primarily insectivores, they also enjoy a variety of fruits. Incorporating fruit-bearing plants into your garden can add an additional food source for these creatures and attract them to your garden. Consider planting native fruit trees or bushes, such as apple trees, blackberry bushes, or raspberry canes. Not only will these provide fruits for hedgehogs, but they also attract a variety of insects, providing a rich feeding ground for these creatures. Remember, though, to only offer fruits as a part of a balanced diet. Too much fruit can be harmful to hedgehogs, so make sure they still have access to their primary food sources, insects and other invertebrates. Also, be aware of any fruits that may be harmful to hedgehogs. Grapes and raisins, for example, can be toxic to many animals, including hedgehogs. By planting fruit-bearing plants, you're not only enhancing the aesthetic appeal of your garden, but also promoting a diverse ecosystem that benefits a range of wildlife, including our spiky friends, the hedgehogs. It's a delightful way to watch nature unfold right in your backyard. Educate your neighbors. Hedgehogs often roam far and wide in search of food and mates, crossing several gardens in the process. No matter how hedgehog-friendly your own garden is, if your neighborhood isn't safe for them, it can still pose significant risks to their survival. This is where the power of community comes in. Educating your neighbors about the plight of hedgehogs and ways to make their gardens hedgehog-friendly can create a larger, safer habitat for these animals. You could share tips on creating hedgehog-friendly features, such as log piles, wild patches, and hedgehog houses. Encourage them to avoid using harmful pesticides and to check carefully before using garden machinery. You could also suggest creating hedgehog highways by ensuring there are small gaps in fences or walls that allow hedgehogs to move freely between gardens. By inspiring your community to become more hedgehog-friendly, you're not just helping the hedgehogs in your local area, you're also fostering a sense of community and shared responsibility for the wildlife we coexist with. It's a wonderful way to bring people together for a common cause and make a significant impact on local wildlife conservation. That wraps up our guide on creating a welcoming habitat for hedgehogs in your garden. Remember, every small action can make a big difference to these adorable creatures. It's in our hands to make our gardens a safe haven for them. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's spread the word and make more gardens hedgehog-friendly. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. We've got plenty more garden and wildlife tips to share with you. We love hearing from you. Keep those comments, tips, and stories coming. Thank you for watching, and let's continue making a positive impact on our local wildlife together.